here from Outlaw Garage. We are heading off to Shannons because we've got a show tomorrow and they want the car today. We've risked it today. We haven't put the roof in the car. I think for 3 days we're going to have sunshine in Melbourne. Sunshine, but I've still got my beanie on. We're trying to blip from third to second and our blipping is horrendous. And we'll probably pick that up on the video. We need to start practicing heel and toe a little bit more, but in morning rush hour traffic is not the time to start practicing that. We're now parked up at Shannons. There we go, there's our RWB. There's a few more cars coming down this morning. We've got here early. In fact, we're probably late because we were meant to be down here a few days ago. It's Friday now and we are late. This is a racing Golf. We're going to have a few race cars down here. We always like to check out a wing. That one there. Over here, a Mercedes AMG, but this is a GT spec. Over here, the Aston Martin's actually, and it looks like an F1 edition. We might try and have a look at the back there. That matte green, it's almost matte metallic. That is cracking. I'm getting a real sweet spot for Aston Martins right now. And of course we've got a Porsche Cup car. Racetracks on the back. Comment below if you can pick which ones they are. And get some rear shots here, the Aston Martin. And then that AMG. Look at the size of that. I've got Paul's 944 here. This is the first time I've actually seen it with the wing on the rear. We'll go take a closer look at that. Canards down the side. We do have a video with this coming very soon. We've recorded it and we've been out bombing down the back roads in this, which was really good fun. But we just need to get that released. Look at the wing. I think, can we see down the side profile of the car? The wing does kind of stick out each side. Look at that, it's a monster. And we had a look at the wing in his garage, but we didn't actually see it on the car. There we go, what a view. All built by himself, tuned by himself, races at time attack. It's a fun car to say the least. Datsun rally car. Shannons actually sponsored the event that these guys racing, and I think there's a few rally cars coming down over the next couple of days. This one is all set up on the inside. This is actually a proper vintage rally car. The guys compete in that. The livery down the side is fantastic. We made it down in our RWB. The floor is nice and shiny, and I think we are going to leave a little bit of a mark to say that we were here with a little bit of oil a little bit later. I've got a Nissan GT-R here as well. Another rally setup, because we'll look at the exhaust in a minute. It is just dropped on the floor. Winfield Racing, old racing livery on it. It is, oh, look at that inside. Wow, the shifter setup. That's fun. There's the exhaust on the floor there. Smoking tyres may cause wallet damage is written down the side. Here we go, on the back there. That's the way to go. Got a Rolls-Royce here, which actually isn't a Rolls-Royce. It's a 1976 Holden HJ Kingswood, but with all the Rolls-Royce trim. There is the emblem and the flying lady. However, there's the Holden motor. Or more.
They call them the Holden Glamour. It was a company called Creative Cars in South Australia, and in the 80s they decided to do this one. They made 7 of these, and I think about 3 stretch limos. I don't know how many are surviving, but basically the whole complete, this one was an HJ with a 6-cylinder, but basically 95 or more % of the car is actually underneath it. The car underneath is an HJ, and it has all its guards, bumper bars, everything. This basically is a clip of fiberglass that is bolted on the front, riveted on the back, and bonded. And like I said, it's all Holden, so it doesn't even need an engineer certificate because it's classed as a body kit. I don't know how many are surviving now, probably not too many. I know 2 of the stretch limos are off the road, so it probably leaves 1 stretch limo and probably just a handful of these left. I've never seen another one. They got sued by Rolls-Royce, and they were told, apparently it was held out here, and the judge said, well, you can continue to make them, but you'll have to change some of the designs, get rid of the Rolls grille. This is an early one of the ones that got through. So they changed it, made a flatter grille, flatter bonnet, and then I think soon afterwards he closed up. But a lot of them were sold to wedding crowds, hire cars. They were $30,000 in 1980, which was still a fair bit of money. Yeah. But then when you think about it, a Rolls-Royce Silver Spirit was $250,000. So it sort of, I suppose in some ways it was a bargain, but it was a lot of money in those days. But then again, a lot of work went into them as well. Made in South Australia behind a saucepan factory.
Amazing.
By Creative Cars.
Well, we're down here. It's Saturday morning now. We dropped the car off yesterday. We got a lift down with Ozzy in his 930 Turbo, and we're going to take a look around and see what's here. We might have a bit of a green theme today because this is a 180 SX. Love the colour on this. The colour on the wheels is fantastic. Spotted that coming in, dynamite. We talked about that green was going to be a bit of a flavour of today, an old Valiant, but I think we can see that has got a pair of tyres on it, which make it look like it's got a bit more under the hood than you'd expect. So under the hood, it has a Ford motor. It's actually a Falcon engine. I think this is 5 litre, and a massive turbo. We go from a big turbo to a little mini motor. Sun's out in Melbourne. Perfect car for it. We're back and the RWB is getting some love. We've seen a load of stuff on Instagram with it already. The guys have put Shannons on the number plate. I said they didn't have to worry about that. You see it going down the road with a plate all the time, but it's getting a bit of attention today. That's a bit special. A rear on that. There was a big puff of smoke over there, but it might have just been that ute starting up. Controversial incoming statement, but if I was to get a 997 and modify it, I think I would paint it that colour. Subaru with a spectacular paint job. Look at that, if we can pick that colour up. So we've got a Mark IV Supra here. It looks like it's got a turbocharger from a diesel truck. Look at the size of that thing. This thing is 2,000 horsepower nearly. It's got a parachute hanging off the back. This thing is an absolute monster. Look at the tyres there. And look at the rear on this. We did just sneak a peek. It's got a massive NOS kit in the back as well. There we go. There's a load of stuff in there. That is horsepower galore. Because I thought, oh, this guy's busy. So I think I'll pronounce this right. This is a Praga. It's actually come from Zagami. I think there's only 2 of these in Australia. I think they are powered by a 4-cylinder motor. There's the exhaust down there. And there's the motor in there. You can get a little bit of a closer look as we're packing up now. WRX Mini leaving. We are trying to eat a sandwich at the same time, so I've got a bit of a mouthful. Well, there we go. Hope you enjoyed the video today from a special Shannons Cars and Coffee event. We're going to hop in the RWB and head home. Please give the video a big thumbs up, subscribe, and we will see you again very soon, guys. See you later.